Aggravate. To aggravate someone is to bother, cause problems, or increase a problem. It's similar to the word irritate. This situation aggravates me. This situation is aggravating me. Her lack of concern about her grades aggravates her teachers and her parents. Smoking has aggravated his condition. Don't aggravate her. Don't aggravate me. Some students confuse the past participle aggravated with the present continuous tense, be aggravating, or the adjectives aggravating and aggravated. The drivers are aggravated by the traffic jam. The traffic jam is aggravating the drivers. She feels aggravated by her supervisor's lack of clear directions. Her boss's inability to clearly communicate directions aggravates her. I feel aggravated. I'm aggravated. This is aggravating. Flying can be an aggravating experience, especially if you have connecting flights. The passengers in the plane were aggravated by the delays. They felt aggravated. Agony. A person who experiences a lot of physical or mental pain might be in agony. The word agony is a noun. Jeremy is in agony from a toothache. Michelle experienced years of agony after the death of her husband. Athletes at the Olympic Games will experience the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. War and famine cause real agony for those who are affected. Road construction this summer has resulted in tremendous agony for drivers in this area. You can make a verb from agony by adding an IZE ending. Martha agonizes over laying off her employees. The company agonized over its decision to move to a new location before finally doing it. You shouldn't agonize over this. It's not a big problem. Bob is agonizing over his decision to get married. Now he doesn't want to do it. The word agonizing is an adjective. That was an agonizing experience. The responsibilities in this job are agonizing. Waiting in line can be agonizing. This is agonizing. Agree. To agree with someone else is to have the same idea or the same opinion. This is a very important word
to know and use. The simple form of the verb is agree. Past tense is agreed, and the past participle is also agreed. Do you agree with me? They have agreed to work together. Tomas and his wife Maria don't agree on many things. They often disagree. The students disagreed with the teacher on the need for another test. Christine agreed to help her mother clean the house this weekend. Right now in the United States, it's popular to hear agreed as a one-word response when someone has the same opinion as another person. The word agreement is a noun. Are we all in agreement on this issue? You were supposed to clean the apartment today, but you didn't. I thought we had an agreement. There's some disagreement over who was responsible for the accident. Sometimes an agreement is a formal contract. The two companies signed an agreement to work together on the development of a new product. Brad has an agreement with Zach to buy his car at the end of the month.
Ahead. When something is in front of you in time or in space, we say that it is ahead. When describing time, it's similar to in the future. They face many problems ahead. There's another car ahead of yours. He's ahead of you. You'll have to wait until he's finished. She has a bright future ahead of her. There's a sign ahead. What does it say? The word ahead is also used when someone or a group gains an advantage over someone else, especially in a competitive environment. They pulled ahead of the other team. Now they're winning. This company is ahead of the competition in producing low-cost widgets. To get ahead is to save money for the future or to keep pace with your debts. This is an idiom. It's hard to get ahead when you have a low-paying job. He does what he can to get ahead. The idiom go ahead means that it's your turn or your opportunity to do something or say something. You can go ahead of me. Go ahead, answer the question. I don't want to go ahead right now. I'll wait.
Aid. A person who receives aid receives help. To afford college, most students need some kind of financial aid. Aid was provided to a woman who lost her husband. People involved in a car accident were given first aid by paramedics. Rescuers came to the aid of a man who was lost in the wilderness.
The starving people were in need of aid. This word can also be used as a verb. The simple form is aid. The past tense is aided. And the past participle is aided. Society should aid those who are in need of care. Donations will aid those affected by the earthquake. Medicine aided the people who were afflicted with the virus. Family members of crash victims were aided by local residents. A very slight difference in spelling is used when referring to a person who provides professional assistance. In this case, the word aid has an E at the end of it. A nurse's aide helps nurses in a hospital. A personal aide provides daily assistance to a person who is very elderly or in a wheelchair. Aides to the president of a large company help out with all sorts of small and large tasks. Ail. To ail is to be sick. Henry is ailing from a bad back. Jennifer is taking care of her ailing mother. This medicine will surely cure what ails you. Oscar had been ailing from a mysterious sickness for weeks until he saw the doctor. What's ailing you? The word ailment is a noun. A doctor can tell you exactly what kind of ailment you have. Some ailments are curable with medicine. Others aren't. An ear infection is a common ailment. Bina is suffering from an incurable ailment. Acid reflux is an ailment that occurs in the digestive system. Aim. We use the word aim when there's a goal or a target and a person is trying to hit it. The man is aiming his gun at a target. What is he aiming at? Troops aim their weapons at other troops. Missiles are aimed at other countries. Never aim a gun at a police officer, even if it's fake. He has very bad aim. He needs more practice. When a person is determined to accomplish a goal, the word aim is a good choice. She aims to get married by the time she's 30. What are you aiming at? Their aim is to end world hunger by 2025. Our company is aiming at a goal of $1 million in sales for this month. I aim to leave early tomorrow morning. What do you aim to do when you arrive in the United States? Ain't. Many people will tell you that ain't represents poor English, but it's so common in spoken English, you must learn about it because you will hear it used. Ain't is a contraction of the verb be and the adverb not. She ain't here. He ain't going to work today. You ain't in the right place. They ain't doing their homework. People who use the word ain't are likely to use double negatives, which are not allowed in proper English. I ain't got no money. She ain't got no shoes on her feet. The kids ain't had nothing to eat. This ain't no good. You ain't seen nothing yet. As you may have noticed, this word always takes the same form. It's always used for the present tense. So I don't recommend that you use ain't, but be prepared to hear it. It's common all over the United States, especially in rural America and the inner city. Air. Air is the stuff that we breathe. It's made up of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other gases. Without air, we couldn't survive. We can't see it, yet we depend on it, and we talk about it all the time. The air smells good today. We went outside for some fresh air. This room isn't getting enough air. The word air is often used when describing radio and TV broadcasts. Some radio stations are on the air 24 hours a day. Hilda's favorite TV show is no longer on the air. Political candidates buy up a lot of airtime before an election. PBS is airing a documentary about the war in Afghanistan this weekend. This word can be combined with other nouns. How much is airfare to London? Airplanes leave from this airport every few minutes. Airlines are very busy during the holidays. The word air can also be used as an adjective. Ed and Clara slept on an air mattress when they went camping. Air pollution is a serious problem in some countries. A BB gun is an air rifle that shoots small metal balls. The U.S. Air Force has some of the fastest jets in the world. It's possible to use air as a verb. When will this program air? The public was allowed to air grievances against the police department during the meeting. When I get back from the camping trip, I aired out the tent. Put your shoes in the sun so that they'll air out. Alert. Use the word alert to describe situations in which a person is thinking clearly or is fully awake. There's an awareness of what's happening. Alicia feels alert after a few cups of coffee in the morning. Ted doesn't feel very alert today. He's tired. Alert customers know when things go on sale. Are you alert right now? Are you paying attention? Alert is also a noun. In this case, it's similar to the noun alarm. The police are on the alert for someone who has been breaking into houses in this area. An alert was sent to parents telling them that the school was on lockdown. When the sky turned black, I turned on the TV to see if there was an alert for a tornado. I need your attention. There's an alert. As a verb, alert is similar to tell or inform. We noticed something unusual about a passenger on the train and alerted the conductor. You should alert the police if you see suspicious activity in your neighborhood. All. The word all is a pronoun that refers to a large group of things or people, or it's used to include 100% of a group. All of the students passed the test. All people need food, clothing, and shelter. All of the houses in the neighborhood were destroyed by the storm. We're going to complete all of the work by tomorrow. To show less than 100% of something, put the word not in front of all. Not all of the passengers on the bus survived the crash. Not all people have the same beliefs. Not all of us are happy with the results of the election. Use all in front of time expressions and times during the day. The children slept well all night. Rogelio and Alba spent all last week moving to their new house. This project is going to last all year long. The people behind us talked all during the movie. What do you do all day? Pay attention to the type of noun used with all in order to maintain subject-verb agreement. All of the eggs are cracked. All of the rice is cooked. All of his teeth are missing. All of the water is clean. Use all when trying to express how easy or simple something is. All you have to do to start the car is push this button. All they need in order to take the test is a pencil. All she ever wanted was her mother's respect. Use all to express dissatisfaction. Is this all of the pizza? Isn't there more? Is this all? Is that all? This can't be all. Are you sure this is all? Where are all of my students today? Many speakers of American English put the words you and all together to form a contraction, y'all. This is not grammatically correct, but it is a type of slang. Y'all better listen up. Y'all gotta come back soon. What's up, y'all?
Allow. The word allow is a verb. We use it when giving permission or when saying something is okay. In the simple form, the verb is allow. Past tense, allowed. The past participle is also allowed. The teacher allowed the class to leave 5 minutes early. You are not allowed to park your car in that space. Renee's parents will not allow her to go to the party because there's probably going to be alcohol served there. Are we allowed to use the copier in this office? The word allow is also used when determining an amount of time or space that is sufficient for a situation. You should allow yourself extra time to get to the airport tomorrow. Ralph allowed the wall to dry a few hours before repainting it. Allow a few inches of space on either side of the couch so that we can get it into the apartment. To make this word into a noun, add ence to the end of it. Allowance. The city made some allowances so that they could do business in that location. No allowances will be made for students who are late to class. The word allowance also refers to an amount of money that parents give to their children. Vivian's children get an allowance of $5 a week. Todd stopped giving his daughter an allowance because she didn't deserve the money.
Along. The word along is a preposition that changes meaning depending on the verb with which it's used. Generally, along is used for movement, direction, and location. We walked along the river. There's a great hotel along the ocean. The police officer told everyone to move along. As I was driving along the highway, I noticed several signs for fast food joints. There's a bunch of junk along the side of the house. The word along is found in many idioms. Do you get along with your coworkers? The children sang along with the teacher. Does she want to come along? Rick keeps a gun alongside his bed in case of intruders. Okay, you can run along now. Sometimes it's easier just to go along with what others are doing than to do something different. Already. Use the word already when something has finished. This word is also used to express surprise that something has been completed as the person is speaking. Are you already finished with your homework? They've already eaten their breakfast. Miriam told her son to clean his room, but he had already done it. By the time we arrived, the movie had already started. I looked at my watch and noticed it was already 5 o'clock. Are you going already? Why don't you stay longer? You might also hear the use of already when someone is irritated or angry with a person or a situation. All right already. I'll move my car. Would you stop doing that already? Okay, enough already. Be quiet. Don't confuse already with already. You can use already in a way that is similar to ready, which means to be prepared. The students are all ready to take their test. All of the students are ready to take their test. I'll be all ready to go as soon as I pack my bags. Dinner is all ready. Are you ready to eat? Ambitious. A person who is ambitious is determined to succeed through hard work and dedication. Anyone can reach his or her goals. Ambitious people are persistent. They don't give up or quit. She's studying to be a doctor. She's very ambitious. Ambitious people who work hard towards their goals often succeed. Tom turned in a very ambitious proposal for his company to expand in Europe. The local government has come up with an ambitious plan for improving transportation in this area. Are you ambitious? The noun form is ambition. What's your ambition in life? His ambition in life is to become a successful doctor. He has great ambitions. Bertha was blinded by her ambition to become a great pianist, so she never got married. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. Among. The word Among is a preposition. Use among when describing a group or relationships within a group. Among the fans who were cheering the team were a few people booing. There among the crowd were a few people holding signs. Among our faculty are several teachers who have a PhD in education. Among the three sisters, there are many differences in their opinions. Who among you is interested in a medical career? You, among all of my students, really have made a lot of progress. Among the trees could be seen a few deer. A few deer could be seen among the trees. This is information that I feel safe sharing among my close friends. There were many dead among the living following the attack. Amount. Use the word amount when describing quantity. Someone wants to know how much or how many there are of something. An amount can be a large or small number. What's the amount of sleep that you need to maintain your health? Do you know the amount of water that you drink every day? Before buying something, it's a good idea to know the amount. What's the amount? Can you tell me the amount, please? Cindy's apartment has a very small amount of space for storage. A large amount of pollution is created by automobile exhaust. A certain amount of patience is required when working in a classroom. The word amount can also be used as a verb. The simple form is amount. The past tense is amounted. And the past participle is amounted. What does this amount to? We hope our efforts amount to something. Todd hasn't amounted to very much.